Hey, you're here. It is Thursday, April the 25th. Here's what we're working on this morning. So the proposed redevelopment of Jamesville in Hamilton has been delayed again until next year.
A dozen mayors from Metro Vancouver are demanding that serial killer Robert Pickton be denied day parole.
And Letterkenny, or Shoresy, the popular Letterkenny spin-off, is returning for a third season. We might talk about another hockey game that happened last night, too.
Good morning. I'm kind of surprised at how good of a mood you're in today.
Well, listen, at least lost last night, if you missed it, in game number 3. Really? As a Leaf fan, the emotional roller coaster. You know when you've been on a roller coaster before?
Okay.
And you know when you're going to go down and then back up? Like, we've all been through this before, so you know the feeling. So we're kind of numb to it now.
Okay, but on a roller coaster, going down is fun. This isn't.
Not for everybody.
Yeah, that's where you get the wow.
Not for everybody, as you know, as Leaf Nation is. Yeah, it's an up and down thing. We'll get to their loss last night against Boston.
Yes, and up and down like the temperature.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Hey,
really down.
Seat heaters on high.
Yeah.
And I had to get my gloves today.
And the extra layer here today, the extra layer feels good. Because it's a chilly start to the day. -1 and a bit of a wind chill. Thankfully, the winds are fairly light this morning. But yeah, it's a chilly start, and we could have another one tomorrow morning as well as the skies stay fairly clear. Temperature today is going to struggle once again, like yesterday. But unlike yesterday, we're going to have the sunshine. The sky's clear right now. Sun for the day today, but a high of only 9. Now that's well below seasonal. Seasonal now is 14, so that's going to be a cool day. But tomorrow will start to climb a little bit better. Enjoy the sun today and tomorrow because it doesn't look good for the weekend. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. Talking traffic. Looks good so far. 403 and Waterdown Road. Nothing to see right there. Looks pretty good at the moment. Let's go to some MTO traffic cameras. Just a few. Red Hill Creek still moving nicely, heading toward the Skyway. Here's the top of the Skyway Bridge, so we're looking down toward North Shore Boulevard. Toronto bound away from us on that one. Now Toronto bound towards us east of Appleby. But no problems, no volume, no collisions at the moment. Weather and traffic coming up as usual. Right now, the news.
All right, thanks, Brent. Lots going on at Hamilton City Council yesterday, and they were updated about the ongoing disputes regarding the Jamesville social townhomes, and there's only going to be more delays until it's developed. Let's bring in Simone Gavros, who joins us live from James Street North with more on this and more on the delays. Good morning, Simone.
Hi, good morning, Tim. Well, there was a hearing that was scheduled to discuss these ongoing disputes. That was scheduled for May of this year, and now that's been delayed until February of next year. Now, Mayor Andrea Horwath says that she's outraged by these delays, and she's calling on CN Rail to find a solution to all of this. Now, in a statement that was released yesterday, Mayor Andrea Horwath says that once again, CN Rail is continuing to obstruct progress on this desperately needed housing project. She goes on to say, housing is a human right. I've said this repeatedly. The creation of affordable housing along rapid transit corridors is a priority. Now, the delay this time around is so a new proposal of the site can be considered. That's according to Ward 2 Councillor Cameron Kretsch. The new proposal addresses concerns that were raised by the community, including affordability, green space, as well as walkability. The city says that the plan also addresses concerns that was raised by CN Rail regarding noise. Much of the holdup has been because CN Rail says the build is too close to their train operations. But Mayor Andrea Horwath says she'll do everything in her power to get a resolution. Now, we have reached out to CN Rail as well as Ward 2 Councillor Cameron Kretsch for more comment on this ongoing dispute, and we'll bring that to you this morning as that comes in. But for now, Annette, I'll send things back to you.
Okay, thanks very much. Well, Hamilton transit workers and union advocates are calling on Hamilton Mayor Andrea Horwath to reverse council's vote to allow a private third-run party to run the future LRT system.
We know that all of us were involved in supporting her to get her into this role. And so we're calling on her to do the right thing. And if that means that she needs to use her strong mayor powers, we understand that she has that ability to do that.
City Council voted yesterday to allow a third party to operate and maintain Hamilton's light rail system for the first 10 years before transitioning to public workers. The union says it would likely take 4 to 6 weeks to transition an HSR operator to a light rail system. The decision will be presented to Metrolinx next, which does have final say on operations. 2 Stony Creek parking lots are now set to become affordable housing after Hamilton Mayor Andrea Horwath used her strong mayor powers for the first time, tipping the previously stalemated vote in her favor. Now, council had previously voted on this matter twice before. Both times, a heated debate led to an 8-all tie, failing the motion. Yesterday, Mayor Horwath used her strong mayor powers, meaning only a third of council had to vote in favor for the motion to pass. Parking lots at 5 and 13 Lake Avenue South in downtown Stony Creek will now become the site of 67 affordable housing units. Several councillors took issue with Horwath's use of the strong mayor powers.
We have to step up and take on things that are tough and that are difficult. And this time, with that recommendation initially being defeated by a tie vote on this council, I decided that I was going to lead with example and say that's not an acceptable place for us to be.
It's bad enough circumventing the democratic process and to stomp on the will of the entire community and an elected body. It's a dangerous precedent, and I'm not sure these powers being placed in the wrong hands, what this is going to do, and I fear for what's next.
Mayor also gave the city directives to look for more parking options in that area that could be added. And wrapping up the day at Hamilton City Hall, the vacant unit tax finally passed with a vote of 9-6. That means anyone who keeps a home vacant for more than 183 days will have to pay an extra 1% of their property taxes. This starts next year. It won't apply if your home is if the home is your primary residence. So that means snowbirds don't have to worry about that. Exemptions also apply to people who are in long-term care or if the owner has died. The city says they will be notifying owners of how they can declare a vacant unit. The plan is to first rely on voluntary compliance with a smaller tax before moving on to enforcement and then increasing that tax rate.
Yuki! Let's hit the ice. Game 3 in Toronto. As the Leafs and Bruins do battle after the Leafs even the series in Boston on Monday night thanks to the heroic efforts by Austin Matthews. Last night it was Bruins captain and super pest Brad Marchand with the heroics doing this in the third after Toronto had just tied the game.
The building's alive now. There's a chance Marchand scores. He answers back.
Yeah, just 28 seconds after Tyler Bertuzzi had tied things at 2. Marchand beats Ilya Samsonov with a brilliant shot. We'll show it to you again to give the Bees the 3-2 lead and really quiet down that Toronto crowd. Lots more on that coming up, too. The veteran Marchand, he knows how to get under the Leafs' skin, was all over the ice. And if Game 2 was the Austin Matthews game, Game 3 was the Brad Marchand game. He would put it away with an empty net goal, which was his 55th playoff goal in his career, which passes Cam Neely for most in Bruins history. Boston takes Game 3, 4-2, a 2-1 series lead. Game 4, a bit of a break, not until Saturday night in Toronto.
Mikey Anderson. Anderson now has the puck. Here's Kopitar with an opportunity, and he scores!
In Edmonton, Oilers dominated the LA Kings in Game 1. Much different outcome in Game 2. Anze Kopitar would score just over 2 minutes into overtime, beating Stuart Skinner, and we have ourselves a series. Tied at 1, Kings take it 5-4. Things shift to La La Lands with Game 3 tomorrow night.
O'Neill will pull it back, beating it ahead for Ambrose. Stacey lets it go. She scores!
And on the ice of the PWHL, Montreal becomes the second team to book their ticket into the playoffs after beating New York 5-2 on home ice last night, joining Toronto as the first 2 teams in. The loss by New York eliminates them from the postseason, meaning 2 spots left. And Ottawa trying their best to get one of those spots. They got a huge shootout win over Boston to move 3 points ahead of them for that final spot with 3 games to go.
This is up the middle and another base hit. Isbell in to score. Garcia stops at second. It's 3-1 Royals.
Yeah, Kansas City, Toronto scoring woes continue with the series of the Royals. Pitching has been okay. Yariel Rodriguez only allowed 3 runs, but the Jays just can't score. Second straight night only scoring 2 runs, which makes it 16 straight, but they haven't scored more than 5 runs. KC wins at 3-2. They try and take 3 and 4 from Toronto. We got afternoon baseball. First pitch just after 2 o'clock with Jose Barrios on the mound. Got to go to the hard court. Got to check in with Hamilton Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Was looking to give his first place OKC Thunder a 2-0 series lead over New Orleans in the NBA playoffs after winning a tight one in Game 1. This was anything but tight. SGA, dominant force, scoring at will, finishing with 33 points in the 32-point win, 124-92 the final. Thunder off to the Big Easy, up 2-0 on those Pelicans.
The Pelicans.
Oh no, the Pelicans are coming. Game 3 goes Saturday afternoon. Speaking of Saturday, the Dundas Real McCoys are off to the Allen Cup final at the same time after they beat their rivals from Stony Creek in overtime last night. Shane Conacher scored the OT winner, defending Allen Cup champs. Now advance right to the finals on Saturday afternoon against either the Tigers from Stony Creek or the Southern Shore Breakers from Newfoundland. They play in the semis on Friday nights. Reminder, you can watch the finals right here on CHCH Saturday afternoon at 3.
Well, it's a Thursday morning at 6:11 is the time here. We're looking at fairly clear skies. Sun not quite up yet. It'll be up in about 9 minutes from now. Yay. Looking at the 403 and Waterdown Road. Looks good right there, so no problems at the moment. Just wait till that sun rises into your eyes, though. Let's go to some MTO traffic cameras. Ministry of Transportation, Ontario, doing fine here at the Garden City Skyway. Nothing going on in St. Catharines. Starting to see a little bit busier conditions here. Toronto bound away from us at the Red Hill Creek. Okay, no problems there. It is getting slow at Fairview. This is always slows, bogs down really early in the morning heading toward Brant Street. Nothing at the Ford plant, and again, nothing at Etobicoke Creek. Here, temperature at the moment, it's a cold start to the morning. For this time of year, 25th of April, -1, wind chill of -6. We don't like to be talking about wind chills this time of the month into April. A bit of a northeasterly breeze, but sky is mainly clear at the moment. It is going to be a sunny day today, but another cool day today. At least the winds will be fairly light and a high of 9 degrees for the day. That ridge of high pressure staying with us for today, for tonight, for tomorrow. Just don't go away. No, stay for the weekend. No, it's heading off to the east, and what is coming in for the weekend is that, and that's going to give us some showers Saturday and possible showers again for Sunday. But not today. Today, beautiful, but cool. Temperatures better for Cayuga, Simcoe, and Brantford, 11, Kitchener and Guelph as well. Otherwise, 9 around the Horseshoe today. Tonight, temperatures chilly once again into the minus column, -1, -2. Wind chills in some areas could be -7, so that clear sky is going to be a cool start to the day tomorrow. And then tomorrow, temperatures get better. 17 Niagara, 18 Cayuga and Simcoe, otherwise 12 and 11, still cool right by the water around the Horseshoe. Yeah, it's going to be another below seasonal day, but at least again, a nice sunny day. So out the door this morning, temperature right now is -1. Sun's not quite up yet, mainly clear, but yeah, wind chill right now of -6. Long range coming up. Annette, Tim.
Oh, hello, friend. Emily Vukic.
Hi.
Hello. What's up?
Hi. I have Kermit the Frog stuck in my head and I can't get it out.
How's that?
Well, there's a new documentary that focuses on the incredible life and success of Jim Henson. And so now I've got Kermit sitting on a log singing the song about rainbows.
Yes. Why are there so many songs about rainbows?
Like it's on repeat in my head. I can't get it out.
It's a good song, though.
It's so
good
beautiful
song to have on
and like
repeat.
kind of sad, and I'm feeling all like nostalgic. But anyways, we're going to chat about that. Taylor Swift's massive guitar. I know, yet another story about Taylor Swift. And Shoresy, season 3.
Okay, we'll see you at the couch in a little bit. Coming up after the break, though, Ontario is getting ready for a partnership with a major automaker, while pro golfers are getting a big bonus. We'll see you in 2 minutes. Hey, 6:16 is the time. Here's some numbers for you. Canadian dollar down 15 basis points this morning, sitting at 73.12 cents U.S. Gold, it's down a dime, 23.3850. Crude oil, actually It was up a dime, sorry. Crude oil down 11 cents, 82.70 a barrel. Get it right, Tim. Off to Europe we go. Markets are up in London, down in Frankfurt.
Where are we going?
And Paris. Let's right the ship here. Take over, Annette.
Okay, in Asia, markets were down today in Tokyo, but up in Hong Kong and Shanghai. Checking North American markets, the TSX lost 138 points, the Dow down slightly, and the NASDAQ up by 16. How's that?
Okay, great job. Thank you. Yes, we need you today. I'm Brad Marchand on the mind. All right, let's get into business news on this Thursday. So glad that you're here. Listen to this. A third electric vehicle battery plant is coming to Ontario. Senior sources with information on the project said that the federal and Ontario governments will make the announcement today. Recent comments from Premier Doug Ford suggest it is worth up to $15 billion. Ford said during a conference recently that the new deal will be double the size of a Volkswagen deal announced last year. So the EV battery plants will be near Honda's manufacturing facility in Alliston, Ontario, where it also plans to produce fully electric vehicles.
In Quebec, 5,000 liquor corporation workers in that province have walked off the job for a planned two-day strike. This follows contract negotiations with their employers and a lack of progress at the negotiating table. The union says 70% of their members are part-time or on call, and they're calling for more full-time positions and for additional employee insurance and training. The 2 strike days will be the first under the union's 15-day strike mandate. The next day of talks is set for Monday.
Quebec farmers are mimicking their European counterparts with a series of protests that have brought slow-rolling tractors to agriculture communities across the province.
Everything is getting harder. The incomes are increasing. The cost of what we need to buy for our animals. Salary is not sufficient now, $20 per hour for an employee.
So the Farmers Union president says members are struggling with higher interest rates, growing paperwork, and fees on plastic products like containers of seeds, fertilizer, and pesticides. So the organization is asking the provincial government to ensure farmers can get loans with interest rates of 3%. Quebec's agriculture minister says there is a new program offering emergency financial aids, and the government is talking with the union about reducing the paperwork.
Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy are among the golfers getting a big payout from the PGA Tour for their loyalty. A report in the Telegraph says Woods will receive a $100 million stake in the newly formed PGA Tour Enterprises. McIlroy is expected to get a $50 million stake, both being rewarded as a thank you for sticking with the Pro Tour instead of jumping over to the rival Live Golf. The Enterprise program is expected to reward top-performing members and legends who help build the modern PGA Tour. $930 million will be awarded to 193 members in this first round of equity grants.
U.S. Department of Agriculture is issuing a federal order to require more bird flu testing in dairy cows. So the USDA says they're trying to stop the spread of the H5N1 avian influenza. So the virus has been detected in cows in 8 states, and it's shown up in grocery store milk. That's concerning because successful spread among mammals could mean the disease might have an impact on humans. The USDA's order requires dairy cattle moving between states to be tested for all types of influenza A. So any cows that test positive cannot cross state lines without satisfying conditions set by the USDA's inspection arm.
Okay, we're taking a break right now. Brian is back with your traffic and your 7-day forecast. He says things will warm up eventually.
Bit of a roller coaster.
6:24 exactly on this Thursday morning. Sunshine is up already. The sun is up, looking good here at the Garden City Skyway East. Nothing there. Busier now, top of the Burlington Skyway Bridge, Toronto bound towards us. Appleby line still looks good. No problems at Lorne Park, all the way through the 403 at Dundas. Keep in mind lane restrictions. Claremont access continue today from 9 to 3. The Lakeshore West line, Hamilton GO Station. All trains arriving and leaving on Platform 1, not 2, Platform 1. Okay, let's get to the temperatures that we have. It is a chilly start to the morning here. -1 in Hamilton, and for Mississauga, wind chill. Yeah, -6 is what it feels like. 1 for Grimsby, 2 into Toronto. So seasonals this time of year now, 14 for the daytime high, 4 for the overnight low. So we were well below that yesterday, and we'll be below it for the day today. Those are our sun times and records for today. And for school today, we should be on the plus side, finally. 2 degrees for the first bell and sunshine, and 9. That's all we're going to get to today after school. So at least it'll look nice, but it's going to be on the cool side. Winds will be light too. 9 today, -1 tonight. Wind chill again about -6 or so. 12 degrees tomorrow. At least the temperature will be better tomorrow. But unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be a pretty gray Saturday with showers. Temperature comes up nicely, 17 on Saturday. 22, a bit of sunshine is possible now. That's better for Sunday. 22 on Sunday, 22 on Monday, but more showers into Tuesday. That's your forecast. Annette, Tim.
Okay, we're going to call this one, What Were They Thinking? A company in Ohio has fallen into an old trap, spent too long thinking about how they could do something instead of thinking if they should do it.
Lineup editor Jonathan, pretty excited about this one. I want you to meet Terminator. The company Throw Flame says its first flamethrower-wielding robot dog. It boasts an ARC flamethrower that delivers on-demand fire anywhere. It can be operated remotely by Wi-Fi or Bluetooth and shoots fire. Up to 30 feet. Why is this not feel-good time? Cameras and sensors allow it to move all on its own, and if it doesn't sound like the worst idea, it also avoids obstacles and leaps in the air. There you go. The battery life is up to an hour. The company says government agencies could use it for wildlife control. Yeah, I'm sure that's what people are going to use it for. But we would pick up to clear the driveway in the winter. That's a good
That
tip
is a
there.
good. That's putting it to good use.
Yeah, and keep those pesky kids out of the garden in the summer. Okay, maybe not so much. I didn't write that one. That's Jonathan. That's Jonathan writing that one. Okay, I'm just reading what he's writing
Send
here.
your emails to Jonathan.
Yeah, totally. How much you ask? Oh, set you back a cool 13 grand Canadian.
Okay, I don't know whether I'm more afraid that it shoots flames or that it jumps like that.
That it jumps. Okay.
Okay. Something to ponder over your cereal this morning.